So we're still learning how to solve for sides and angles of non-right triangles. Sometimes the law of sines doesn't work out for us. If we look at this triangle that we have here on top, I have a side angle side triangle. So there are no matching sets, and I can't solve for a missing angle by subtracting two angles from 180 to give me a matching set. So to solve this triangle, we have to use the law of cosines. So if we wanted to solve for side A, we'll use the law of cosines, which is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2 times b times c times the cosine of A. And you can move these variables around. If we want to solve for b, we simply move b over to the left side and put a here and here with c, and then we use the cosine of b. So you can move this around to solve for any side that you need to. Alright, so to solve for side A, we plug in all our given information. So side B is going to give me 12 squared. Side C is going to give me 10 squared. And then I have minus 2 times 12 times 10 times the cosine of 75. Alright, so I generally have my students break this down into steps, sometimes entering things straight into the calculator. You can get order of operations wrong and make careless mistakes. So if you break this down, I could multiply, square these two and add these together and get 244. And then if I punch all this into my calculator over here, I'd get 62.12. And so if I then do this operation, I will be left with 181.88. And that's going to be equal to a squared. Now, we don't want a squared, we want a. So we simply take the square root of each side, and I'll get that a equals 13.5. So this allows me to solve for the missing side. Now, if we wanted to find out what angles B and C are, we can use the law of sines because we have a matching set, and then find out what angle B is, and then subtract it to find angle C, or vice versa. We can also use the law of cosines if we have a triangle that just gives us side, 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 and we want to use this to solve the triangle or solve for a missing angle. Alright, so let's say we want to solve for angle B. Alright, so if we're going to solve for angle B, I'm still going to use the same formula for above, but I'm just going to have the cosine of B as my variable, and everything else will be filled in. So since we want to solve for the cosine of B, we're going to put 12 over on the other side. So first we'll write out just the formula. B squared is going to equal a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine of b. And now we just fill in. 12 will go here. Then we'll have 9 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times 9 times 14 times the cosine of b. So now we just solve all these. So 12 squared is going to give me 144. 9 squared plus 14 squared gives me 277. And then 2 times 9 times 14 gives me 252. Be very careful here. A lot of times people want to try to subtract the 252 from 277, but you can't actually do that because 252 is connected to cosine of b via multiplication. So this would be like trying to subtract 2x from 6. You can't subtract on like terms. So that means what we need to do now is subtract 277 from both sides. Okay, and so doing this, I'm going to get negative 133 equals negative 252 cosine of b. Alright, and so then I want to get cosine of b by itself, so divide both sides by negative 252. Alright, so then I have negative 133 divided by negative 252, which gives me 0.5 5, 2, 7 repeating, and that's going to equal the cosine of b. So to find out just what angle b equals, we want to take the arc cosine, let me move that up so you can see it, the arc cosine of 0.527. And so if you punch that into your calculator, you get that angle B is going to equal 58.1. And so again, now that you have a matching set in our triangle, if we wanted to solve for angles A or C, we could simply use the law of cosines at this point and then subtract the two known angles from 180 to find the other angle. So I hope this little lesson helps you guys out, and so that you can recall how to use the law of cosines to solve non-right triangles whenever the law of sines will not work. Stay tuned for how we can use an area formula to solve for the area of a triangle if we just have three sides of the triangle. So, thank you guys for watching.